Welcome everyone. Welcome to Purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight we're going to be focusing on divine masculine energy. We're going to be reading a Celtic Cross reading. We're going to look at some messages from divine masculine to divine feminine. Okay, I'm going to jump right into try to make this as short, sweet, and direct as possible. I may offer some message readings at the end. Really just depends on how it goes. We are live streaming, guys, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. We have the Capricorn full moon coming up very soon, just a few days away. We talked about it in the last live on Sunday night. So if you guys missed that, you can find it over on my YouTube channel under the live tab. All right, so this one's going to be a little bit different. Celtic Cross, we're always looking at the heart of the matter, but we're looking at communication, looking at messages. Let's see what comes out for divine masculine. All right, so two cards come out. Are frequent emotional highs and lows even healthy for a person? And I want to work this out, I just don't know how. So I'm going to take both of these. Heart of the matter, divine masculine energy. So it's definitely giving me a little bit of a roller coaster ride, like a lot of ups and downs in this energy. The red card is actually from a runner chaser deck, so it gives me this energy like there could be separation, there could be no contact, minimal contact. Cherry. So many want to come out. One, just one to cover. All right, let's look and see what's crossing divine masculine. Wow. We have, do I deserve to be disrespected when I was trying to be nice? I feel like the definition of nice is probably going to be different from divine masculine to divine feminine. Hi, Jenna. I don't know. I'm clearly picking up like a rift. Like there's been some situation where maybe there was a disagreement. The energy's not even, so it doesn't feel like the two energies met in the middle type of energy. It feels like someone feels maybe like there's a winner, there's a loser type of situation. And I feel like divine masculine feels frustrated about something. So it's like they could feel like maybe they didn't come out on top of the situation. All right, let's look at highest expectations. Highest expectations for divine masculine with this situation. If you keep requiring your partner to fill your void, you will be disappointed. Fill and heal your void. Show up for yourself. So that's going to be highest expectation. That could definitely be a direct message from divine masculine to divine feminine. It could also be what divine masculine is trying to do in their own journey. All right, the next card I'm going to pull is energy that's coming into being. Listen and don't interrupt. Let them be heard without you talking over them. That sounds like communication, right? All right, I'm going to pull one more before we start clarifying. It's just going to be the first half of the Celtic Cross. Empathy, putting yourself in your partner's shoes and being aware of their perspective. I'm definitely going to have to clarify on that message. I'm kind of getting this energy with like the tan colored card where it's like offering advice or offering, I almost said suggestions, but it's like advice. So the messages could be advice from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine about a situation. But it's interesting to me, the energy around the heart of the matter, because the heart of the matter, the purple cards are considered karmic energy. Definitely a struggle or definitely a challenge. I feel like we could be talking about a divine masculine that wants to run, but maybe feels like they can't anymore. It's like they have to face something. Hello. All right, guys, give me just a moment. Last minute swapper. I was going to use some regular Rider Waite, but I think I'm going to go with blue. All right, so let's clarify a little bit and see if we can figure out the situation. I definitely felt like a little bit of a roller coaster ride. The highs and lows, up and down. The whole point of this specific type of spiritual awakening journey is to balance our masculine and feminine energies. So I feel like there could be a struggle with divine masculine trying to do this at this time. I did pick up on a disagreement, maybe an argument. It almost feels like it's internal, and then on the outside is this supportive type of energy. Right, let's see what comes out. It says, I want to work this out, but I don't know how. Queen of Swords, with some harsh words definitely spoken. Eight of Cups comes out. Someone has walked away from a situation, and the Star has comes out. The Star is about bright hope for the future, clean slate. It's definitely giving me this energy like when the Eight of Cups makes it pretty clear. It's like someone has left the situation and hopes for something new. Someone could also feel like there is a loss of hope due to some harsh words being spoken. Now, it's very possible this situation could be happening to Divine Masculine, and this is just something that they're expressing. But I feel a strong connection with the message and Divine Feminine energy. I feel a strong connection with the Queen of Swords and Divine Feminine energy. So what's crossing them says, do I deserve to be disrespected when I was trying to be nice? So I feel like Divine Masculine could feel like they have been disrespected in some way, especially if Divine Feminine has walked away from something. Ace of Wands comes out, fate, destiny. New action. Seven of Swords comes out, and Justice comes out. Seven of Swords is disbelief, distrust, and Justice is Libra energy. It's fighting for something. So we have Aquarius energy with the Star and Libra energy with Justice. So I feel like this reading could be pretty easy. Hi, Sarluba. It kind of gives me this sense like Divine Masculine feels like they were disrespected. I feel like it's caused a disagreement and argument. I would definitely like to know what the definition of nice is. Alright, so the highest expectation. If you keep requiring your partner to fill your void, you will be disappointed. Fill and heal your voids. Show up for yourself. The show up for yourself is definitely coming as a message from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. But the message itself about filling the void is what I'm not sure of. Is it possible that Divine Masculine feels like Divine Feminine is just filling a void? Or is it possible that they're learning they've done so in their own life? So the Ten of Wands comes out. It's about heavy burdens. The Tower comes out. The Three of Cups comes out. The Tower could be shock and awe. I feel like it's a disruption. I just got a piece of something, so I'm just going to spit it out. It's this energy where it feels like Divine Masculine could feel like Divine Feminine is avoiding something. In other words, maybe taking on extra responsibilities or extra problems or extra trouble in order to avoid a situation. This was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Hi, Pooja. I, of course, did my own reading right before we started. It was pretty quick, pretty direct. All right, energy that's coming into being. Listen and don't interrupt. Let them be heard without talking over them. So I do feel like that's going to be a conversation. I do feel like it's possible Divine Masculine could express why they feel like they've been disrespected, or for some of these Divine Masculines, they could feel ignored, rejected. The Sun comes out, Temperance comes out, and King of Cups comes out. Big confirmation. King of Cups is my clue card for Divine Masculine. The Sun, it could be bright joy, happiness, but I feel like this is more about the self. It's Aries energy, and it's very much like pouring into their own cup type of energy. They could feel like something has to be said in order for them to heal their up and down or roller coaster or overflowing emotions about something. The King of Cups, it actually represents someone who's in control of their emotions. But coming out next to Temperance and the Sun, I feel like this is energy where
This is something, and this is energy that's coming into being also. So it's like this is something that's happening right now. And we've seen the heart of the matter was the ups and downs, the highs and lows. So I felt like this emotional roller coaster. So big confirmation with that King of Cups. It definitely giving me a little bit of reversal. Like this King of Cups maybe isn't in control of their emotions at this time. Maybe they feel like they're trying to portray someone who doesn't have, like, you can see the ocean waves crashing around him. So it's like they're sitting very stoic in this chair, in this chair, but it's like it's almost like they're trying to ignore the waves. That could be what they're healing. They've tried to ignore something for too long. I felt that at the beginning of the reading also. I do feel like the listen and don't interrupt is very much going to be communication from Divine Masculine. And I feel like what is being said is something that's needed in their healing path. And let me know if anyone had already had this conversation. All right, energy that is past, empathy, putting yourself in your partner's shoes and being aware of their perspective. This could go a couple of different ways. I mean, I feel like for some divine masculines, they could have a partner. There definitely could be some karmic energies in here. There could be some runner chaser energies in here. But I feel like it's about understanding something. Like maybe finally understanding how their actions could have caused something, could have caused some sort of pain, or could have caused some sort of issue, or could have caused some sort of feeling a certain type of way. Miss L, hello. Empathy, putting yourself in your partner's shoes and being aware of their perspective. I don't know, I just feel this like clear message, like I understand something now. I understand why you said something a certain way or why you feel a certain way about something like that. The Hanged Man, King of Wands, in the universe. So spirit could have brought clarity to this divine masculine. Four of Wands on the bottom, 1111. It is the twin flame clue card in tarot. But the Hanged Man is most likely why we had to pull the Llewellyn tarot. I know the universe is like a different card that we don't normally see in regular Rider-Waite. And you know how I always say, like, all the tarot sets are, pretty much based on Rider-Waite cards. But they all have like something different that they do, something will be different in their own way. The universe is a card that's different in Llewellyn Tarot, and it means that the universe is trying to get a message to you. I feel like it's very possible that this divine masculine could have felt stuck in a life situation previously. Maybe they've had like this aha moment and something has gotten them unstuck. And the reason I say that is because we have the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man of Llewellyn Tarot is different. It's different than Rider-Waite Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man and Rider-Waite, he's hanging upside down, and it talks about the sacrifice that this person is making. It talks about not being able to get out of their head, like not being able to stop overthinking something, not being able to move forward in a certain direction. It's because they're trying to like attain something, or like they want something to belong to them, that really they're supposed to become, right? Like that's the meaning of the Hanged Man. So in Rider-Waite, well, the Hanged Man in Llewellyn, he's not hanging upside down. It's like, again, this aha moment, like he has figured something out. He's ready to move forward. And Llewellyn Tarot, the Hanged Man he's still hanging. His hands are up. but his feet are actually getting ready to hit the ground. And he always has like there's this one leg that's up, so it always makes me feel like when he hits the ground, he's just gonna take off running. I feel like this divine masculine could have healed something that maybe kept them stuck for a long time, or at least they see something now and acknowledging something, coming to acceptance with something. Maybe there's some accountability here, but I feel like this is about being courageous enough to deliver this message. And of course, it could be being courageous enough to deliver this message to divine feminine. And I mean, the message could go both ways. The empathy, putting yourself in your partner's shoes. I feel like for a long time, and I know this could be a little bit just my own journey, but I'm just going to spit it out. I feel like for a long time, Divine Feminine has wanted to be able to move forward, has wanted to be able to not feel stuck, has wanted to be able to not feel like this journey is a hindrance or taking something from their experience, right? I know personally, like for me, that's been the case. So it's definitely this energy about like being courageous enough to let something go, being confident enough. All right, let's move them over and let's do the second half. So we see some Pisces energy, Sagittarius with Temperance, Justice, Libra energy, Aquarius energy, Aries, Mars, Scorpio. What a powerful major arcana in that first. All right, so now I'm going to look at energy for the future. Energy for the future. I'm tired of being hurt from this relationship comes out. Pretty direct. I feel like it doesn't need too much clarification. All right, let's look at how normally this would be how others are affecting the situation. I'm going to look and see how is divine feminine affecting this situation. How is divine feminine affecting the situation for divine masculine? When emotions are high, can you soothe yourself? I want to show you guys what the first card out. So remember, this was the heart of the matter. These two cards came out first for those of you guys that gave me the little link. Are frequent emotional highs and lows even healthy for a person? And it says, I want to work this out. I just don't know how. So divine feminine, how you're affecting a situation. When emotions are high, can you soothe yourself? Again, this could mean a couple of different things. We could be teaching divine masculine. I feel like I definitely had a few moments recently where I've had to soothe myself, like where emotions were high and I had to calm myself. It's like where we've been talking about how like we've been seeing our triggers, and it's like we're not allowing these triggers to affect us. We're not reacting to these triggers, so it's like we're responding to them. So it's like we've definitely had to learn how to breathe through certain things, right? So it's very possible, especially this time masculine is experiencing a lot of highs, lows, ups and downs. I felt like the first thing I picked up was this roller coaster. And remember, the point of this spiritual awakening journey, this specific type of spiritual awakening journey, is for us to balance that masculine and feminine energy so it doesn't have these extreme highs and lows, right? Is it possible though that divine masculine can sense your emotional highs and lows? Like I know that's a true thing. I know that's something that actually happens on this journey um, with many sets of twins. All right, let's look and see how this divine masculine is affecting the situation. Two emotionally unhealthy people does not make a healthy relationship. It's weird to me because it almost seems like the messages that are coming, even if they're some of them are angry, or even if some of them seem a little ridiculous, like the one that says they were being nice. And that's just my personal opinion, but I I feel like it's almost like there's some logic here. There's calm communication, and it's like this need or want to be calm and like think things through logically. All right, let's look at hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Please be patient and understanding. I'll be back. I promise. So definitely sensing a separation. Definitely sensing like rift, right? Some things happened. A disagreement. I feel like it came up in the collective reading when we see that impasse card. As if you hang out, I will pull some free messages on the end. All right, now I'm going to pull the guidance card or the outcome, and I'm not going to show it. On the bottom, I feel I don't have enough to give you is on the bottom. I didn't even look at the outcome this time, so it'll be a surprise to me too. But I like to leave it down till we get to that part, and then I will turn it. I know it's going to sound a little interesting, but I want to pull, you know how normally after we get done, Celtic Cross, we have one guidance oracle. I'm actually going to pull the Talking to Heaven tonight as our guidance oracle, and for a couple of reasons, because it definitely could give us some strong 5D messages, but it's also very helpful for those of you that your counterpart has passed and is now, um, on the other side of the veil, right? All right, I'm tired of being hurt from this relationship. Is very much throwing me off. But let's go a little fair. And I'm not saying like divine masculine can't get hurt. It's just that we don't tend to express that type of emotion often. So Six of Swords is about being guided to calmer waters. Three of Wands is about taking action towards their future. And King of Pentacles is about stepping up to the plate and being responsible. Taking responsibility for something. So it's almost like, I mean, yes, I'm not trying to like soften the blow for divine feminine. It's very possible that they're saying that this awakening journey has been very painful, of course, right? Who hasn't it been painful for? But it is kind of giving me this little bit of like more of a self type of energy, especially with King of Pentacles, like taking responsibility of something, stepping up to the plate of something. Three of Wands, like taking action towards the future type of thing. But the Six of Swords is the card that's really saying it because it's talking about being guided to calmer water. So it's like they're being guided to take action, and it definitely feels internal. All right, how divine feminine is affecting the situation. When emotions are high, can you soothe yourself? Six of Pentacles comes out. It's about assistance. It's about receiving help. So if you guys remember, I said I felt like this could be divine feminine helping divine masculine learn how to calm the ups and downs. the roller coaster of emotions. Five of Cups is here is loss, grief. Five of Swords, again, internal, again, disagreements, again, arguments. I do have to say that the Six of Pentacles is the card, and it is very close to Rider-Waite picture, where in the Six of Pentacles, you see one person getting the pentacle, and the other person still has their hand out like they're waiting for something. And a lot of times it is this duty where someone feels like they got gypped, or someone feels like something was supposed to be theirs, and it got given to someone else, right? So Five of Cups, loss, despair, that could be what the loss and despair is. And Five of Swords, of course, can be disagreements. That is what the card says. The card is actually is supposed to represent a victory, which I've never ever been able to see the Five of Swords as a victory. But it does say like there's a battle and you come out on top of the situation. I feel like there's such a high cost with the Five of Swords that there's no way that this is a victory, right? But a lot of times for me personally, the Five of Swords is like internal negative talk, internal negative thinking. I feel like that Divine Masculine could be struggling to soothe their emotions, how they feel about something they feel they've lost or something that has been said. All right, let's look at the Divine Masculine, how they're impacting the situation. Two emotionally unhealthy people does not make a healthy relationship. Four of Swords, going off to heal, resting. Strength card, internal strength, having to really dig deep to do something. Leo energy, and Two of Cups, soulmate energy. So I'm definitely picking up this message, like I'm going to give this time for something to heal, for something to have an opportunity to become stronger, healthier. Hopes and fears, and have please be patient and understanding. I will be back, I promise. So I think at this point, it is going to be a runner chaser card. So I think at this point, the hope and fear, it depends on who's running and who's chasing. I honestly don't feel like collectively at this time anyone is running and chasing. I honestly feel like we're all focused on purpose. We're all now focused on purpose. The Lovers comes out, big confirmation, Gemini energy. It's also the card that says, I'm choosing to heal me, right? I'm choosing to heal me so that I can become better, so that I can become whole, so that I can come into a happy, healthy relationship, a happy, healthy, I almost said bond. I don't know why I don't normally use that word. Knight of Wands is here. Knight of Wands is about being courageous. The moon is here. Knight of Wands can also speak of reckless energy, like moving too quickly. It's very possible that there's fear of something either moving too slowly or moving too quickly. But the moon tells me, like, whatever that fear is, it's an illusion. It's something that's not real. All right, let's look at what the outcome was. Codependency is as real as it gets. All right, so it's really interesting because codependency is a pretty big word in my own personal journey at this time. And again, I'm kind of getting this message like this divine masculine has learned something, gained some sort of wisdom, some sort of aha moment. And I feel like it is trying to come from a logical standpoint, but I also feel like there could be some anger, some frustration, some like I didn't get my way. So, um, yeah, I don't know. Again, I go back to what is the definition of the word nice, right? We have Three of Swords coming out, healing, Seven of Wands, protection, boundaries, and judgment, strong Scorpio energy. It's also purpose, hearing your calling. So I feel like it's a lot of the same message that came up, almost even a lot of the same cards. The moon, Cancer, Gemini, the lovers, judgment, definitely Scorpio, always, right? Scorpio, the last card to come out also. Bottom of the deck is Page of Wands. Page of Wands is our spiritual journey, our spiritual awakening. So I feel like there is this connection, there is this separation in this connection. And I feel like there's this energy of maybe not in total agreement of what the other has chosen to do or where to go or what it is that they're doing. But it's definitely this energy of calm, logical, and still very supportive, very supportive. I feel like codependency is probably something that we've all struggled with, something that we've all had to heal from, especially those of us on this type of awakening journey, right? All right, so a little bit different. I'm going to pull a Talking to Heaven, and I am going to read it out of the book. It was My Time to Go comes out. How many of you feel like there has been this huge shift in your awakening journey? There has been this enlightenment moment where it's like maybe your path was very dedicated and focused in a certain direction, and it's like you recently, maybe you feel like you've strayed or you've detoured. Maybe you could feel like you're making a mistake or you're not sure if you're doing the right thing. But it feels to me like it's working, like it's working out. So it's like if it's working, if the road is smooth, I tell this story all the time. My grandpa used to tell me that when you're doing the wrong things, the road is bumpy. It's one bump after another. And when the road is smooth, that's how you know you're doing the right things, right? So I feel like right now, I don't want to say our road is smooth. It's not like we're not experiencing bumps. We're definitely experiencing them. But we see them coming. And they don't affect us in the way that they did before. It's like we're rolling over them a lot smoother than we ever did before, right? So for me, it feels like I'm at this, I don't know, like I want to say I've reached the top of the mountain. I reached the top of the mountain, but you know how you reach the top of the mountain and then you look over and there's like 13 more mountains, you know what I mean? Like there's still more to go. You just reached the first mountain. But it's like when you reach the top of that first mountain, you can see so much more as before. You just saw the what was ahead of you, the path ahead of you that was uphill, that was hard, that was painful, right? And it's like now I feel like I've reached the top of this mountain where I can see now. I can see why that was painful. I can see why I had to go through what I had to go through to get to where I am today, right? And I don't know, I feel like we're just at this weird part in our journey where I don't know, like it's a separation, but it's not, right? Like we're always one, we're always whole, but it's like we're off now, finally off doing what it is that we were probably supposed to be doing all along, right? All right, so the card was, it was my time to go. Please remember, this is going to be guidance for us in the collective energies. This is for Divine Masculine. I am doing Divine Masculine Celtic Cross, but it is about Divine Masculine messages to Divine Feminine. And then, of course, we have a lot of us in our collective have experienced a loss in this journey, right? Where our counterpart or the person that awakened us has passed away, right? So I think talking to heaven card's perfect for guidance. And the card we got was, it was my time to go. It says, I know that it feels like a dream you can't wake up from, but please be reassured that every soul comes into the world at a predetermined time and also exits at the time it is meant to for its own growth. When I first came here, it all seemed too amazing to believe, but now I see that there's a larger force and an incredible order to everything in the universe. Every soul has a cosmic plan it must follow. What you might perceive as an accident is merely a step in the cosmic dance. All right, I feel like that's really direct for someone. I gotta read that last part one more time. I don't know why I closed the book, right? There was something about that last part, but I don't know, it just kind of stuck out. All right, so I am going to do some messages. I think I'm going to pull some of the soulmate messages. So if you guys want one, let me know in the comments. I'm not going to make them lengthy. I'm going to keep them pretty short. It's so weird. I can't find this card now. And I just tried it. And there's something about the footprints in the sand that's sticking out to me. All right, I'm going to read this last paragraph one more time. It says, when I first came here, it all seemed too amazing to believe, but now I see that there is a larger force and an incredible order to everything in the universe. Every soul has a cosmic plan it must follow. What you might perceive as an accident is merely a step in the cosmic dance. Something about that last part. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to leave it right there. Divine masculine messages to divine feminine. Yes, Jeanette, of course, of course. I love that, Michelle. It's not falling apart, it's falling into place. That's kind of what it feels like, right? It's kind of what this whole energy feels like. It doesn't feel, I think if I'd have read this 3 years ago, I think the energy would have felt emotional, like something was falling apart. But it definitely gives me this energy like this is the way it was meant to be. This was the purpose of all the things. It's like we learned something, and what we learned could have had something to do with that codependency. Could have had something to do with our emotional highs and lows. And it's like now we're implementing it in our everyday life, and I feel like that was the purpose, right? And it's not just one side implementing it into their everyday life, right? It's both sides implementing. All right, short and sweet, guys. So let me see. Let's do Jenna first. All right, first one that comes out says both people need to make it work. One can't keep trying and expect it to get better. That's actually the only one I'm going to take. Your person knows that you've been putting a lot of effort into something, and they could feel like they need to do more to match that effort. All right, I hope that was helpful, Jenna. Victoria. Two cards. Why do I have to do all the inner work for my twin flame to come back? I'll do it anyways for me. I'm starting to understand this twin flame journey with you. Very weird because very similar to the first one, very similar to that energy, Jeanette, where it was like, I'm not matching your effort. There's something I'm not doing to like come together. But it's like they can feel your energy. They can feel what it is that you're doing, like the energy that you're putting into the situation. And I'm starting to understand this journey with you. It's definitely giving me some strong, like communication, strong telepathy. I feel like because it's so weird because it's very split, especially here at PLR. It's like you're either in new contact, this is new communication, like new as I mean like this haven't happened in a long time. It's very exciting. It's like new clarification about things because so much time has gone by, right? And then there's some of you that have went from having communication or being in contact to no contact, no communication. So it's like the telepathy, and really, regardless of which side of the fence there you're on, the telepathy has been extreme, right? And the telepathy happens in like different ways than like we all. I feel like we all experience it in different ways. Very similar thing happens, but it's like it's different, individually different for us. Yes, guys, please join us Thursday. All right, where was I? Let me go back up really quickly. I don't want to like skip over. I think Jenna, Victoria. All right, I can't look back up, y'all. There's too many comments. So just tell me again. Tell me again in the comments. And yes, guys, please be sure. There's Sherry. I see Sherry. I'm clicking it. All right, if I see it, I'll click it. How about that? Pooja. That's what I was looking at. Pooja wanted Secret Traveler, right? All right, there's Sherry's. Several came out. Why does love have to be so complicated? I speak sincerity, maintain eye contact and listening ears. Can you stop, breathe, and look at the bigger picture? It's easier for me to be alone right now. I think your message is why does everything have to be so complicated? These definitely feel like higher self messages. I speak sincerity, like your eyeballs. I know I have such a hard accent, but maintain eye contact and listening ears. And can you stop, breathe, and look at the bigger picture? It's easier for me to be alone right now. I think you're alone right now. I think this is your higher self kind of telling you why or what it is that you need to do. And there's definitely something about maintaining the eye contact and listening with your ears. But this is going to be your message from your person. Why does love have to be so complicated? All right, Terry, hope that was helpful. All right, next one. Darlene. All right. Let me get Future's Sacred Proper. All right, starting with that. Thank you. I'm starting to understand this twin flame journey with you that came out in the readings. Or that one just came out. My intuition is yelling at me, but I always seem to ignore it. Again, I'm picking up on that telepathy. So it's like you're sending messages back and forth, but you both could be questioning what it is that you hear, or maybe you're telling yourself, like, I didn't hear that. That's not really happening. All right, Puja left, right? We went to so around the top. If the relationship feels off, it most likely is off. That one actually came out when I was doing my own personal reading before we started. All right, Puja, the Sacred Traveler Oracle. This is the last one I'm going to do, guys, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Short, sweet, and to the point tonight. I'm going to do the same thing with Divine Feminine Celtic Cross. We're going to do messages from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. It's going to be Thursday night, guys. So come back and join me. I may do some more free reads at the end of that. All right, we have crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. Gates of triumph, success expands in your life. A lot of high vibrational cards, a lot of high vibrational energy, but it's almost like you have to mend something first. You're going to have to cross the bridge. It's this energy of like maybe having to be the stronger person or maybe the braver person, something like that. All right, Pooja, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so very much. My moderators, I love you, ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Elle, yes, always reminding everyone, you guys. I hope to see all of you Thursday night for the second half when we do Divine Feminine. All right, guys, I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on the journey. Have a good night, everyone.